The college football playoff is here. The long regular season has all been building to this. And now, first-round games and home field settings. This place is going to be rocking. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the California Golden Bears, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Hermstreet. The playoff is here, and let's not wait any longer. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
They'll tackle him at the 27. And the Golden Bears looking to crank up the tempo a bit. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Big moment early in this playoff game. They face a 3rd down on the opening drive. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They stop him behind the line. That's going to set up 4th down and short. Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. The offense stays on the field in this opening drive. They'll go for it in their own territory. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Quick throw to his receiver. Can't connect downfield, incomplete, and a turnover on downs.
Listen, I get it. I know you trust your offense, and maybe this is something you thought about all week in these situations, but when it's on your side of the field like this, you got to give it a second thought, because now your defense is already playing with their backs against the wall.
The receiver grabs it, and the defense smothers him for no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
A completion makes it 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And it's caught. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
On 3rd downs like this, you can only allow completions in front of you as long as you can protect the sticks. And that's what the defense did here. They knew where the sticks were, and they're able to make the tackle short of the line.
4th down. He's throwing for it. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
breaks free. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. The Golden Bears hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
Well, not much of a gain there, but this is what they do. They love to go fast. The defense has got to be aware.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. And the Golden Bears are moving quickly down the field. Defensive backs up to the line, showing press.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Big moment here in this playoff game. 3rd and short in the 7th play of the drive. Try and muscle for the first down. That's enough to move the sticks and give them a first down at the 41. The Golden Bears have 1st and 10 here.
That's going to be enough for the first down, and just as you'd expect, here comes that up-tempo approach by this offense. The defense is aware that this is something they do. Let's see how well they defend it.
1st and 10 play coming up. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. No huddle now for the offense. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking downfield near the end zone. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. But now it's 3rd down.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Caught over the middle. It's Brown. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. The tight end makes the catch downfield. That's a nice gain to move the sticks here as time runs out in the 1st quarter. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the 1st quarter. We reach the end of a scoreless 1st quarter. The defenses are in charge as these teams pursue a national championship. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. They'll run the option. Touchdown, Cal, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Looking to scramble. Using his legs here. The senior calls his own number. Picks up the first down.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Grab down the middle. It's Jackson. It's a fumble. And the defense comes up with the football.
Chris, at the risk of stating the obvious, in these conditions, the ball carriers have got to do a better job of securing the football, because if that ball gets away from you, chances are it's going to get on the ground and a turnover.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. And the Golden Bears will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Pretty good gain here by this offense, and here they are. They're getting already set to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. Defense better get their cleats in the ground.
They look to throw it here on second down. Looking for the wideout. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down.
You know, the quarterback looks like he makes the right read, but I got to tell you, I think he underestimated the speed of this defense and how quickly they were able to get to him to prevent him from picking up the first down.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Fires it to the wideout. That's caught. It's Brown. And moves the ball to the 35, and another first down. Motion now from the tight end. They'll try the option play here. Finding some room at the 25. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
Oh, man, what a read here by this quarterback. You know, he's trying to keep it himself until the defense takes him away. Good job of pitching it. But how about the skill guys on this offense? Can they cover some ground? Great pickup for this offense.
And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards. Coming up, second down and goal. Back in motion now. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Golden Bears. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
They're set now to try the PAT. And with the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And here's the return from inside the 5. Gets across the 25-yard line. They'll spot it at the 27. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Moves out of the pocket. It's a deep shot to the right. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Breaks an open space. First out and more. He's still running. They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37.
For offensive coordinators, you see big runs like that in the first half, and you get real excited because that opens up so much more of your playbook, especially all of your counter plays and your play action.
First down, looking to throw the ball. He lets it go. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
He hands it off from the gun. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down play coming up for this offense. And the back now goes in motion. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play. The Golden Bears will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. So bad plays on first and second down puts them in a tough spot here. Third and very long. Out of the gun now on third down. And looking for a big play here. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
And they've got the returner corralled. Here's the first play of the drive. They start at the 28. And looking to throw now on first down. Taking a deep shot here to the right. The QB throws his third pick of the day.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Fighting off the defender. That run takes it across the 30-yard line. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Just time enough for one more play in the half. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Here's the throw deep downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Golden Bears will kick this away to start the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage.
And your Florida State Seminoles will take over. First and 10.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Emphasis here on cutting down on turnovers, a couple of them in the first half, and that's why they're trailing. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Important second down play coming up. And He's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Looking right, this one caught. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He escapes the pocket. Contact as he threw it. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
And the Knowles will bring their punt team on the field now. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And the offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. No punt. Offense still on the field, going to go for it on fourth down. Looking to throw yet again. Delivers quickly to the left side. And it's incomplete on fourth down. The offense will now take over in plus territory.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's fourth down. You've got good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
The offense takes a timeout to talk things over.
Timeout, California.
Offense in a split backfield now. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of one.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of two.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because you can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board.
He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. The Golden Bears will look to convert here on fourth down. Fourth down, look at the throw for it. He lets it rip. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the first down? Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. And the Golden Bears will come to the line to run the hurry up. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Takes off in a bootleg. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Pass caught. Can he get in? And it's a touchdown. But wait, looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's find out if this one's going to count. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, it's going to be incomplete. Very lucky to avoid an interception there. Risky throw.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board, and now the offense has a chance to kick a field goal by that missed opportunity and dropping that interception.
Fourth down. No punt. Out of field goal range. They're going for it. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Back-to-back deep shots. Can't connect in the long throw. Incomplete. A fourth down stop.
Chris, they had it. They had exactly what they wanted. I can't believe this would have been a touchdown, but he drops the ball on fourth down.
It's caught. Breaks loose at the 45. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He finds his man.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
A completion makes it 2nd and short. Offense looking to throw the ball. On the move now. Quarterback looking to scramble. And the senior calls his own number. Keeps this drive moving. The Seminoles come to a line in the hurry-up.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the 1st down.
And Kirk Cal has the lead here, sitting in a pretty good spot as you wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats while we have a chance. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. Fires it on the move. And they find the tight end open on the corner route. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. 2nd down play coming up. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He'll throw it now. Receiver makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. The pocket breaking down. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
So the first snap in the red zone, and this defense, I'll tell you what, they are up for the challenge. A big sack that could really lessen the damage on this drive.
Looking for his big tight end. Touchdown, Seminoles. A much-needed counterpunch delivered.
But if somebody had to bust an assignment on this touchdown, there's no way you let a guy get that open unless the defender either gets injured or he blew an assignment. That was too easy for the offense for that touchdown.
Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Cal's offense back out on the field now. Remember, last time, North going on 4th down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Moves the ball up to the 30.
Well, this is where the offensive line can really assert their will and put on the finishing touches to this game. The defense, you can see them. They're breaking little by little right now. You make make sure they break completely.
The gain moves the ball to the 34.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
On third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. The Golden Bears are going to keep this drive moving.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continually keep the ball in bounds.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Offense looking to convert on third and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that 1st down marker. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to work the clock and preserve this lead. It's a 1-possession game. They'll elect to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to convert with a sneak.
What a job by this offense. Risky call on 4th down, but they come up with the conversion. And as an offense, you got to feel a lot better after that one. Soon they can think about putting this one away. And a few more runs like this on early downs will help their cause.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. 2nd and short. This offense can keep this up. They're going to wrap the game up comfortably. Working clock with the ground game. Inside the 35. Out of bounds after another huge chunk on the ground. What a job by this offensive line today.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Playoff game on the line here. Can the offense play keep away and secure the victory? Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Playoff games coming down to the final 2 minutes here. Offense looking to keep the football and secure the win. Looking to throw here. Moves out of the pocket. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
And I love how this defensive coordinator knows how to get after this quarterback. This guy is dangerous when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator understands that. That's why he's trying to hurry up the process. They get pressure on him here, actually hit him as he's throwing this football.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now 3rd down coming up. playoff game on the line here. Can the offense play keep away and secure the victory? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. Well, you know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
Playoff games coming down to the final 2 minutes here. Offense looking to keep the football and secure the win. He shreds the tackle. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Leading here late in the game, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to keep possession and stretch the lead. Home crowd trying to make a difference on 4th down. He's got it right near the end zone. Receiver steps out just short of the goal line.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver's past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Chris, this is situational football. This is really where the great coaches separate themselves, because in these kind of situations, this is where you want to be able to score and kill the clock. Some teams do it better than others, and that's primarily coaching and execution and preparation. It'll be interesting to see how this offense navigates this spot of the field.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So forget the field goal attempt. They'll try to pad the lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cal.
Chris, this is a huge touchdown late in this game to make this a 2-possession game with under a minute to go. I think it's safe to say they can secure victory here.
And he'll set up to throw. It's flipped back to the kicker. He's looking to throw the ball. The fake is picked off in the end zone. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And he safely makes the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work.
Hey, it's the 4th quarter here. They're trying to get that football back. I don't blame them. Unfortunately, they couldn't come up with it.
And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Any hopes of staying alive in a playoff depend on making a play, scoring, and scoring quickly here. It's desperation time. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Wants to throw it. He's running out of time here. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another